And Ukraine has accused Russia of a significant troop build-up at their disputed border. In recent weeks, Moscow has increased its military presence, sparking concerns in the West of conflict between the two neighbouring countries.
At a railway station just south of the city of Voronezh, there's a small military camp. The ground's all cut up. A lot of kit's been moved through here recently. It's ended up at this much larger field camp just down the road. Seems to be a pretty big operation that they've got going on here, and that we've driven right into the middle of. The Ukrainian border is about 170 miles southwest. The Russian-backed separatist republics in eastern Ukraine, where there's been a pickup in fighting in recent weeks, are further south still. So it's strange to bring a lot of troops here. There's always been a military base here, but it is massively expanded in the last few weeks. From the satellite imagery, there are more than 500 military vehicles currently based here. From us just driving past, it would appear that there are even more. You can see how they've used the local facilities, the local playground, to do their training exercises. President Zelensky visited the front line this week as Germany's Chancellor asked Vladimir Putin to unwind his military buildup. Russia says what it does on its soil is its business, but has threatened the end of days if Kiev steps up what the Kremlin calls Ukrainian aggression against the separatist regions, where Russia has now supplied passports to more than 400,000 people.
Начало боевых действий – это начало конца Украины. Это самострел. Выстрел себе не в ногу, а в висок. Если там будет, как говорит наш президент, устроена серебряница, видимо, вынуждены будем встать на защиту.
If these are signals, then they're hard to read. But what's clear is that Russian troops are ready for whatever the Kremlin plans.
Joining me live for more on this, former Pentagon advisor Jason Israel, who's with the US Navy Reserve now as well. Thanks for your time. How close do you think we are to more conflict? And what do we read into the timing of this? Is this a testing of Joe Biden?
Thanks for having me, Tom. And as always, thanks for mentioning my Navy Reserve affiliation. As a reminder, as I'm not on duty, these views are my own. Things are ratcheting up there pretty quickly, and we have a pretty recent data point from 2014 of Russia building up troops before it annexed Crimea. So you could say that it's following a similar pattern. Now, one thing to point out is that, as it was mentioned, that international community has been asking Putin to back off the military presence on the border. But let's remember that Russia also supports Russian separatists within Ukraine covertly. So any time that President Putin would like for there to be more conflict with Ukraine, they could sort of increase the amount of support to Russian separatists, causing the Ukraine to have a military response, causing Russia to build up the military border. So this could happen easily on a timeline at the willingness of President Putin, and very possibly could be associated with President Biden's relatively recent inauguration.
All right, well, we'll keep an eye on those numbers. Let's hope it doesn't escalate, but that's the fear.